All right, let's try that again. Oh my gosh, I haven't been on Periscope for so long. Everyone's like not... Periscope doesn't like me anymore. Okay, that's better, right? Is that a better connection? Okay, that looks better. Yay! Hi, everybody. Okay, good. People are joining. I was like, I don't think this is working right. Hello, happy Friday, you guys. How are you doing? It's good. So good to see you. So I want you to learn a lesson from me of what not to do with your files. Obviously, hi Lisa. How are you? Okay, so obviously I am a graphic designer, web designer, not obviously, but I obviously work on the computer all the time, and as I know a lot of us do, and so I just want to make sure that you guys don't do what I did. Basically, I've had hard drives kind of crash in the past, and I've always been able to retrieve information. I've always just used like a target mode and just grabbed everything off there. So I think I took this like very lightly. When people say, oh, data recovery is really hard to do and blah, 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 whatever. Hi, how are you, Brittany? But this time I couldn't, and it was really bad this time. So we had a crazy thunderstorm and lightning, and it shook our whole entire house, and I have no idea if that's what did it. Like, I'd like to say that like my computer broke by lightning, but I don't know for sure if that's what happened. But anyways, regardless, what I learned. Okay, so here, let me tell you my setup first, and then I'll kind of tell you why that didn't really work out. So I was always afraid of using Time Machine because I didn't want to copy over a bunch of files that I didn't need. And I've had so many computers over the past that like every time I get a new computer, I dump all these like extra files. So I felt like if I used Time Machine, it was just going to keep copying like a bunch of crap that I shouldn't have on my computer in the first place. So I thought it would be smarter to back up only like the specific files I needed. So I would like, save my client files, save like my font files, or like whatever, like my working stuff. The problem with that is now I have that stuff, but it's kind of like all pieced apart, right? So it's just files. Like I don't have my applications, I don't have my settings, I don't have my browser set, I don't have my bookmarks. Like there's all these little things that I didn't think about to back up that I need that I don't have. And so now I'm spending a crap ton of money to try to get everything kind of loaded onto a drive. So what I ended up doing was, so basically you need to know that the Mac store does not do data recovery, right? I went to the Mac store yesterday and they're like, we're not touching your Mac. I mean, if your hard drive's done, they basically don't do anything to it because they don't do data recovery at all, even if it's something simple. At least they didn't for me. And so then I went to a local place here called Cry Wolf. I'm in San Diego, and they took a look at it, and they basically said that they don't do really data recovery either. They do data repair, but like they'll do it like a software-based one, which is what I had already tried, and I knew it wasn't going to work. So then I had to go to they're called advanced data systems, and what they do is they literally take the hard drive after it's out, and they do all these advanced stuff, and then it's going to be probably like up to $2,000 to get my stuff off. So you guys, please don't do this. But basically, like they go into a special room, they're specialists, they can get all this stuff off. But on top of that, the problem is with my iMac. So the problem is, seriously. So they said the minimum charge is $500 and the maximum charge is $2,000. So I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be $2,000. But basically, and I have like my client files backed up in the cloud. So I had all this stuff, and I actually have two backup drives. But the problem is, I just only like update every once in a while when I think about it. And so because of that, everything's like nothing's really up to date except for the cloud one that's automatic. So I use CrashPlan, if you guys have ever heard of CrashPlan, which is awesome. It has all my recent files. It updated just yesterday, right before the crash, right? But the problem with CrashPlan is it is snail slow. It is so slow. So it's like, what about using a flash drive? So flash drive is not enough space for me. We're talking about like all my files over 7 years of business. And so my drives are like 4 terabytes, I think. And so flash drives, I don't know what they go up to, but they're not big enough for mine. And the other problem is like, it's the same problem. So basically what I did was you have to keep sending stuff over. So like if you forget about it and you haven't updated in the past day or so, you're going to like lose everything. Yeah, so I have, I'm a graphic designer, so I have a lot of photos, and that kind of pushes it up there. There's a lot of videos and stuff that I have too, but mostly websites and design files and then coding files. Those are most of the things. Yeah, so I have a ton of stuff, over, like I said, 7 years of stuff, right? And plus, like just my photos of my kids and whatever, right? Stuff that can't be replaced. So there's all that stuff too. So yeah, so I had backup drives, but if they're not consistently being backed up, then they're basically worthless, because you never know when your system's going to crash, and if you haven't backed up recently, then whatever. So what I'm going to do in the future, for sure, I'm going to have a Time Machine, one drive that just goes to Time Machine that copies everything. It's going to copy all my files, all my applications, all my preferences, all those good things that I wouldn't actually drag over to a drive. So I'm going to make sure that does it automatically, and I'm going to have a drive just for that. I bought what's called MyCloud. So what MyCloud is, it's really cool. It's basically like a hard drive that you plug into your network, and it hooks up, and it automatically, it's like a cloud. It's a cloud for your computer. So it hooks up to just directly to your network, and you can throw everything on it, and you can access it from anywhere. Missed the beginning. What happened to the computer? My hard drive just was done. Oh gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I gotta block someone. But yeah, so my hard drive crashed, and I had some stuff backed up, but not everything, and there's just a huge thing. So basically now my computer's in the shop or whatever. Also, another thing to note is if you have an iMac, that only an iMac specialist can open up the iMac to get the hard drive out. So I basically I have it at two. I'm gonna have to go back and forth between two shops. If the other shop's not able to get the information off the hard drive, and the hard drive needs to come out, I have to go back to a specialist or the Genius Bar just to literally take it out, because they don't have, there's like special equipment on like the glass or whatever. You gotta they have to take it off. Like a regular store can't take it. Yeah, only an Apple authorized store, and maybe not even them. Like you have to ask them, because they need like this really expensive equipment to open it. So I might have to go. Yeah, an actual Apple store. My Mac I bought it in 2013. So, I mean, basically 2 years old, because I bought it in December of 2013. It was an iMac. But another thing is, they told me at the store, you got to shut your computer down. And I always just hit sleep. So, like, raise your hand if you're one of those people that never turn your computer. Oh, yeah, give me some hearts if you're that person that never shuts your computer off and just puts it to sleep, because that's me. So, basically, for the last 2.5 years, whatever, my computer's been running without getting shut down, and that will crash your hard drive. So, good to know. So, now I know that. So now I know. So there you go. So now you know. When you're not using your computer, make sure you shut it down, because even when it's on sleep, it's still somewhat spinning or doing something, whatever. Yeah, I'm bad about it too, and I've been bad about it forever, and that's probably why I've had a bunch of hard drives. Backblaze. Yeah, so Backblaze I had checked into. Then correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason I like CrashPlan a little bit better is because you can push stuff over to it that's not automatically synced. So like stuff, if I want to take stuff off of my computer, because my computer gets really full too, I gotta put it to sleep. Yeah, exactly. I always would basically push stuff off onto CrashPlan and then take it off on my computer. Whereas I know Backblaze and I think Carbonite, I think, and I don't want to be totally wrong on this, but last I checked, they synced up. So if you deleted it from your computer, it deleted it from there too. And I didn't want that, because I didn't want everything on my computer. And then another cool thing about CrashPlan is that you can back up drives on it. So that was the other cool thing. I backed up my computer and my backup drives all to CrashPlan, which was really cool. But like I said, the downside of CrashPlan is that literally it's like 1 minute per file. It's so slow. I've been downloading my stuff for like 2 days right now. And I think it says I have like 20 hours left or something. 12 hours remaining, okay? So, and that's 2 days of downloading. So it's awesome, because it literally is all there. I have, I don't know how many gigabytes there, but it's taking forever to get it. So, like I said, I'm going to use MyCloud. I'm going to hook up the MyCloud, and then when I have that hooked up, then I'm going to have everything pushed up to that network. So, oh cool, yeah. So MyCloud is, like I said, it's a network Do you know if there's something like Time Machine for PC? I don't know about Time Machine, but I know that MyCloud, it's made by Western Digital, and you hook it up to your network and it does automatic backups. So I don't know if it's like totally like Time Machine where it copies all your preferences and stuff like that. You'd have to look into it a little bit more because right now I'm just totally Mac minded. but I think that would be really helpful. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna have it automatically do a time machine to it, save everything, but also to my network. So I use Dropbox too, but I just don't put everything on Dropbox, and then it's still the same problem. Like I'm not constantly copying over files. So and I use Dropbox a lot for kind of passing files off, so I don't want to like dump like 4 terabytes of stuff onto Dropbox. So anyways, those are the kind of the things that I've learned. I'm still navigating through it right now. I'm still trying to get back up online and running my business, but I want to share that with you guys. So thank you so much for coming and commenting and asking questions. Gonna shoot my computer down tonight. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I know. I saw you come back in and out. I know. But I'm glad that I could teach it, right? I could help someone else not have to go through it. So if you don't already this is what I would do. If you don't have any backup system at all, go get a little external hard drive, start backing up your most important files. But then also, if you guys want to try out the MyCloud, it's pretty cool. It hooks, like I said, it hooks up straight to your internet. It's basically like Dropbox, but just your own version of Dropbox. So it's online at your house, and you can access it from anywhere. So I'm going to keep automatically putting everything there. Yeah, cool. Yay. I'm glad this was helpful, and you guys won't have to go through on having to pay thousands of dollars to try to get this information off. So like I said, I have most of it, but it's still worth it to me to pay whatever it costs to get everything off, because you just never know. I might be looking for some random file one day and be like, oh no, it's gone. So it's just worth it for me to get everything. So, all right, you guys, love you. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for all the hearts, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Have a great weekend.